if you've been wanting to improve your money game, and who doesn't, you got to know that mindset is everything. And so I want you to stay tuned today because we're going to talk about how to get your head in the right place and how that can change your financial future. So the book I want to talk to you about today is The Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. And by far and away, this is the book that I recommend the most to people who are stuck at a certain place financially, or perhaps are exhibiting some money mindset issues, or want to make more and get into a state of abundance. I absolutely love this book. So I think that what it's all about is really getting your stuff together on the money front so that by focusing on the mindset required for financial success. And the premise of the book is all about how developing a millionaire mindset involves changing your attitudes and your beliefs about money. And then it just goes into all of these different money mindsets that we may or may not be aware of that we have, and then how to kind of move into right thinking, if you will. I can't underline this enough that you must pick up this book and read it. I think one of the biggest ahas that I had is this whole concept of becoming a receiver. And I think it goes back to that whole thing that my love language is acts of service. And so my toxic trait happens to be the opposite of that, which is not asking for help. And so this whole concept is all a picture like a circle, and how and the thought is that if we're constantly giving and then we're blocking the receiving, kind of blocking the other half of the circle from completing and like coming back around to us, and that is blocking the flow of the universe, and it's money's meant to be in motion, and so we need to give and we need to receive. And so think about it not just in money, but also in help that you're receiving, or gifts, or the gift of a connection and like some in a networking. I think when you think about everything as like cyclical and having like an out and a back, giving and receiving, for me, that lens really started to help me see all the places in my life where I was blocking the universe doing its work for me, because maybe it was even a compliment, like not receiving the compliment. And I was starting to see it everywhere. You know, that whole kind of reticular, the RAS, the reticular activating system. Is that what it is? And, you know, once you're shopping for a red car, you'll see them all over the road. The same thing happened to me with this book, as it points out all these different pieces of money mindset. And then I was able to start seeing them everywhere in myself and then also in other people. And that's helpful too, to see how different money mindsets manifest themselves and cause certain behavior to happen or not happen. The other thing that was an aha for me on this book was the concept of embracing measurement. And I noticed that I am uncomfortable with measurement in a lot of different areas of my life. And by being uncomfortable with measurement and not doing the measuring, I'm unable to make like forward-moving progress or leaps and bounds progress because I'm not doing the measurement. So that was a big aha. Another aha was just simply the attitude of positivity, that money is good. And this wasn't from this book specifically, but I had someone tell me recently that like budgets are permission to spend. And that was such a light bulb. What a flip, right? Instead of feeling like a budget is restricting and oppressive and a scarcity, that budgets are permission to spend, it's abundance. And just flipping the mindset there to be in positivity, I think it's easy to not realize how many places in our lives we aren't positive and we're slipping into negativity. And I know I'm guilty of that on the money front in so many ways. But the whole premise is money is good, and we need to be like guarding the gates of our attitude really strictly when it comes to money. And then they go into kind of managing stress. I like that as well, and acting from a place of love, which allows us to make better financial decisions and build healthier relationships and be more in abundance. I think those are my favorite points, that becoming a receiver and embracing measurement and positive attitude and managing stress. So many amazing nuggets. And the thing is, like, what you're going to get out of it is so different than what I'm going to get out of it, because we were both raised in different households. So we had different money mindsets instilled in us when we were young. And, like the whole kind of common sayings of like, money doesn't grow on trees, or money's hard to come by. Those types of things are ingrained in us when we're little. And the book goes into all those different avenues and points out how that then manifests itself if it's not addressed in our adult lives. And so, these ahas that I had were super helpful for me, but you may have different obstacles in your path because you were raised differently with different money mindsets instilled in you. And so it's just like, it's full of so many gems, and you're going to pick up different ones than I did, because I may not have an issue with one, but I have an issue with other, and you could be like vice versa. So that's my soapbox on The Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. Such a good read. And so I want you to pick that one up, and it will help you reflect on your own money mindsets and help give you some tips on improving the way you think about money, which is everything. Okay, I hope that was helpful. Next week, we're going to talk about rocket fuel, and it's all about the power couple of visionary and integrator, and it's going to be so much fun. So I can't wait to hang out with you again next week for that book. All right, see you soon.